Hey guys, so it's me obviously, and it is Thursday. I really wanted to make this video for you guys yesterday, but I had to choose between that and my workout because I unfortunately let my day control me instead of controlling it. It happens. I just like you am a constant work in progress, and I'm always just trying to self-evaluate and catch myself when I'm making excuses and correct and just try to be better the next day. So, um, I first and foremost want to thank you guys so much for joining me for the free challenge this month. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know if you've been some of you have been part of my challenges in the past, and um, I try, I try to mix it up to give you guys some of what you want, whether it's a ab challenge or lower body, upper body, yoga, cardio, whatever. I try to mix it up sometimes you'll notice if you continue in these groups that there are other times that I run the same group, same type of group, um, over and over and over. And not just because, you guys, these are free mini challenges and they do take up a lot of my time, and I am so happy to give my time to you guys. But as you know, I also have two jobs, and I'm a dog mom, and I have the same life responsibilities as everybody else, and I am a health and fitness coach, and I do run 30-day sort of more committed challenge groups, and I really have to make sure that I'm investing time in those challenge groups because those people have sort of invested in themselves and given more of a commitment. So I'm always trying to balance my time amongst all the things that I do, because at the very end of the day, what I want to know is if I added value to anybody else and if I helped them in any small way on their own journey to becoming the best version of themselves that they can possibly be, improving their health. As you guys know, I'm a nurse, and I think that that's why I sort of unexpectedly developed this passion for health and fitness coaching, because I know where I was at 3 years ago, and I know that I was struggling and I was tired perpetually. I swear it was like 4 energy drinks a day and coffee, and I could not feel energetic ever. And on my days off work, I used to, believe it or not, I used to go from the bed to the couch. I work graveyard, so I'd wake up at like 5 p.m. and literally just move to the couch, grab a bottle of wine, and a couple of bags of candy. I used to literally eat two full family-sized bags of gummy bears or Swedish Fish, Sour Patch Kids, every single day. And I thought healthy eating was just, like eating a salad instead of a hamburger. And I thought that healthy eating meant that if I ate lean cuisines, I was being healthy, right? I didn't know what I didn't know. And now, in hindsight, I can see why I was so tired all the time, because I wasn't giving my body what it needed to support itself and to support my energy levels and my lifestyle. Additionally, I was kind of depressed. My insecurities. I was 30 pounds heavier than I am now, which is a lot for my 5'1", almost 5'2" frame. And I was really sad because I felt like crap about myself. Getting dressed, I hated getting dressed. As you can see, I'm not somebody who gets dressed very often anyways, but if I wanted to go out to dinner with my fiance, wasn't my fiance then, but if we wanted to go out to dinner, I would literally go into the bedroom when he was not in there so that I didn't have to change in front of him. And I would spend so much time trying to find whatever I could in my closet, that I could hide in, because for some reason I thought that he didn't know that I was overweight, or that he would love me less if he saw what I really looked like, right? I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's true. And I literally wore the same pants all the time because they were the only ones that fit me to where I didn't feel super uncomfortable and self-conscious. And I would still put on a tank top and a sweatshirt over the top of them. My go-to date outfit was black stretchy jeans and a white tank top and a teal blue sort of cute sweatshirt. Yeah. I mean, I very rarely wore anything else than that when we went out to dinner because I didn't feel comfortable, and I would cry getting ready, you guys. Like, this is where I came from. And when I found my first 30-day challenge group and a fitness program that I could do from home, I actually was not a believer. I was doing a quick fix, one of those gimmicky pill shake things that isn't about changing your lifestyle, but more just about being able to lose 5 or 10 pounds in a matter of a few weeks without actually putting in any work or evaluating myself or asking myself the hard questions. And I was one of those people who thought that you had to spend 2 hours a day, 5 days a week in a gym to get any results. And I was one of those people who told myself whatever lies I had to tell myself in order to feel like I wasn't the root cause of all these ways that I was feeling. And I had been on the gym bus for so long, everybody knows how it goes. You're super excited and motivated, and so you start going to the gym, and you're feeling great, and you're being really consistent, and maybe you're even seeing a little bit of changes, but then the motivation wears off as soon as the excitement wears off, and then starts the whole cycle of, I don't have time today. Life got really crazy, threw me a curveball. Can't go to the gym today. I'll just go tomorrow. No big deal if I miss a day. And then the next day it's like, oh, I'm really tired from yesterday's craziness and I deserve a break. And I'll just go tomorrow. And 1 day or 2 days becomes 3 days or 4 days, which becomes a week, which becomes a couple of weeks. And then before you know it, a few months have passed and you feel like shit about yourself again. And then you feel even more so like you can't succeed because you've just proven yourself to be a failure in your own head once again. So when I found these 30-day programs, I wasn't a believer, but I decided to do it anyways because everything else I had tried didn't work. And my coach promised me that she'd be there to support me along the way every single day. And you know what? I joined a challenge group with a full intention of doing it for 30 days, sending all my products back for a 30-day money-back guarantee, and just continuing to live the feeling shitty like I had been for so long. And I actually fell in love with the support group and something I could do that was simple from home, that I really didn't have any excuses because I didn't even have to put on a damn bra if I didn't want to. I didn't have to leave the house. And the program came with a nutrition guide that taught me slowly, definitely slowly, but surely over time, how to fuel myself. And I started to feel better and I started to get excited. And then I started to realize over the past 3 years that I've been doing this, that my passion now doesn't stem from like, oh, I want to look good naked. I mean, yes, I want to look good naked, and that's why I continue to do my own workouts and such. But the whole coaching thing for me has been about how can I help people who feel like I felt find what I've found? How can I help them change their lives and feel better and feel more positive and feel more energetic and have a passion for their life again? Because I had lost my passion and now I found it. That's why I named my team Find Your Fire, because that is what this opportunity gave to me. So now as a nurse, like I over time, as I was making my own lifestyle habits, I started to sort of notice sort of human psychology of illness and all these people that I was taking care of in the hospital and how much their lifestyle habits had drastically reduced their health, their quality of life, and their lifespan. And they're on all these medications. And you guys, the food industry does not have your best interest at heart. The government agencies that regulate the food industry do not have your best interest at heart. They have money on their mind. They have money, 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 dollar signs. How can we produce more for less cost to us and charge the consumer for it? If we put low fat, low calorie, low sugar, what else do they use? All natural or natural flavors. If they put any of those things on the label, they know that we will buy it because the American public is miseducated and misinformed, and they assume that these agencies that have been put in place to protect them are doing that, and they're not. And it's sad and it's scary, and then we have these big pharmaceutical companies, right? Like, first of all, your doctors don't even have to take nutrition classes anymore. Isn't that insane? They don't have to study nutrition. So and I know some really phenomenal doctors. In fact, there's a doctor at my work who like blows my mind with how much he tries to teach his patients about health. But 90% of the doctors out there don't. And guess what? They push pills. They're pill pushers because the pharmaceutical reps come into their company and give them deals and flyers and gifts, and they send them, lunches, and they schmooze these doctors so that they'll carry their brand. And then these big pharmaceutical companies aren't trying to heal disease. No, their interest is in keeping you sick. If you did any research, you would see that pharmaceutical companies they pay the government, they pay the Food and Drug Administration, they pay for research. They call it donating, right? But what are they really doing, right? They are keeping themselves in business. So, you have to become aware of the fact that you are the only person looking out for you. And if you don't want diabetes or heart disease or osteoporosis, and yes, some of these things are hereditary, don't get me wrong, but just based on my own experience as a nurse and as a health and fitness coach, 80% of the diseases that are rampant today amongst our society, including cancer, are self-caused. And not because not because you're like, I know that this is going to cause me cancer and fuck it, I'm going to eat it anyways. But because a lot of it has to do with our lack of knowledge. I grew up eating nothing but frozen food out of the freezer and ordering pizza, I swear, and I was a fast food addict. I used to hide in my car to eat my fast food because I was embarrassed. My fiance's always been super healthy, and he doesn't like fast food. He never has. And I used to hide and then throw the evidence away in a garbage can, right? Like, I didn't know what I didn't know, and it's not about beating yourself up for what you've done in the past. It's about educating yourself and being honest with yourself and learning so that you can do better, so that you can live a long and happy and healthy and energetic life with your family and friends, okay? So I hope that you know that everything I've given you has been from my heart, and that I truly have your best interest in mind, and that I just want to give you guys the tools that you need to make better choices for yourself. So on that note, sorry, I didn't intend to go off on like that big tangent, but it just, I don't know, I get passionate sometimes. I don't want to see people killing themselves anymore. I want to help people get healthy before they ever have to meet me in the ER. And if that means that in 30 years I'll be out of a job, fine. I'd rather be a out of work nurse with a healthier, happier population of people than keep people sick so that I can keep my job. So I hope that I've done that for you. If you guys could please, please, please give me feedback, good, bad, I don't care. You're not going to offend me. I really just want to make sure that I continue to improve myself so that I can continue to help you improve yourself. On that note, I do run these mini challenges every single month, and I hope you'll join me in the future. If you haven't already, I'm going to put a link in the comments of this video for signing up for a free membership on the Team Beachbody website, because that just links you to me as your free coach. Obviously, I put a lot of time and heart into these groups, and so I have to protect myself and make sure that you're linked to me so that I can continue to be your free coach in the future. It doesn't obligate you to anything. It doesn't mean you're going to get spammed. It actually just links you to me and then gives you a lot of resources on the website. Like the Team Beachbody blog is one of my favorite resources. You can literally find any fitness, nutrition, whatever in the world, lifestyle tips that you need, you can find there on the website through the Team Beachbody blog. You can find endless recipes, little mini workouts. You can find a community of other people who are also trying to improve their lives. It's just a really great tool, and it's free. So I'll put a link down in the comments. Anybody who has already or does go ahead and add me as their free coach will remain in this group. Unfortunately, anybody who doesn't, let's say by Monday, I'll remove from the group. And you can always rejoin, and you can always do it later if you forget. I totally understand. I'm kind of crazy and scattered and all over the place, so I understand forgetting things. I do it all the time. I've got like lists all over my desk if you could just see it right now. So again, if you forget and you get pulled from the group, but you want to continue to be in the free mini challenges, then just message me and we'll get you back in. As far as the group being over for the month, I'm sorry. And like I said, I wish that I had all the time in the world to just continue to run these over and over and over every day, all day. But I do have to devote that time to my 30-day more committed groups. But I want you to ask yourself sort of how the last 10 days went for you and be honest with yourself. We have to be willing to non-judgmentally evaluate ourselves on a regular basis. And by evaluating ourselves, we should not be beating ourselves up and saying, oh, I sucked. I totally screwed it up. I ate nothing but cheeseburgers. Like, that's not the point of self-evaluation. The point of self-evaluation is to see where you can improve, because it's not about one big massive action. It's about baby steps every single day, little by little, changing your lifestyle so that this can be something that you can do long term. And you've got to have some sort of system of checks and balances. So, what do you want? What are your goals, short and long term? Write them down. Put them somewhere you can see them, on the fridge or on your bathroom mirror. What do you want? And ask yourself if the things that you're doing every single day are taking you closer to what you want or further away, because you guys, every single time you put a bite of food in your mouth, you're either fueling or starving disease, right? So ask yourself, what do you want your life to look like? How would reaching your health and fitness goals change the way you look? How will it change the way you feel? How will it change the way you show up to your life every day? Will you feel more positive and have more satisfaction with your life? What do you want, and what are you willing to do to get there, and what are you doing about it now? Are you making decisions that take you closer to that place or further away? That's just being honest with ourselves, and it's not supposed to make you feel terrible. It's supposed to fuel you to start making the decisions that you need to make to get you closer to those goals. So what did you learn about yourself over the past 10 days? Did you learn that when you don't get your workout in the morning, it won't get done later in the day? Did you learn that you work out best during your kids' nap time or after everybody's gone to bed for the evening? Did you learn that if you prep a little bit of food, before a busy week, that you're more likely to stick to your meal plan? Did you learn that you can have one cheat meal or 2 cheat meals a week and not feel guilty because it's part of a lifestyle? Did you learn that eating certain things make your stomach upset, or that not eating certain things makes you feel more energetic, or eating certain things makes you feel more energetic? What's your plan going to be moving forward? Because however many times somebody tries to tell me they don't have time, eating healthy is too expensive, their family loves junk food, so they can't, change their own habits. All of these things that I hear on a regular basis are bullshit. I'm sorry, they just are. They're the stories that we tell ourselves in our own head. They're so well rehearsed. We've rehearsed them 1,000 times, right? So we believe them now, but they are nonetheless stories that we tell ourselves so that we don't have to do the hard things, so that we don't have to get uncomfortable. But you know what? Change is uncomfortable, okay? If we're not uncomfortable, we're not growing. Right? Do you want to look down the road 10 years and be in the exact same spot that you are now, feeling the exact same way? I don't, and I feel great, but I've always got room for improvement, right? If I'm not changing and growing and challenging myself to get a little uncomfortable, then what am I doing? Then I'm moving backwards in my mind. So you do have time. Eating healthy can happen on a budget. You are worth spending 30 minutes a day to yourself. And if you're not taking 30 minutes a day to make yourself feel better through your actions, then you are going to burn out. You will never be able to be the kind of mom or employee or wife or friend or whatever that you want to be. So check your excuses. Ask yourself what you want and what kind of excuses you're making for not getting there, and what is the next decision that you're going to make that's going to take you closer. So all of that being said, thank you for hanging in there with me. I can tend to ramble. But if you are interested in learning more about what the 30-day groups are, where we go 30 days with a 30-minute home workout and a simple nutrition plan that doesn't mean that you can't eat pizza sometimes. I had pizza 2 nights ago and it was delicious. If you're learning about making this, if you're interested in learning about making this a lifestyle that can be done in 30 minutes a day and can be simple and doesn't mean you have to feel deprived or starving by any means, then just, and you love the structure of accountability and support in a group like this, my 30-day group is much more active. I give every single day, I post motivation, an accountability post, a recipe, and something funny just to keep it light and fun. And then there's other people in there who are doing it too, just like in this group, where people check in every day and post their sweaty workout pictures and yeah. So, if you're interested in just learning more about what those are to see if it might be the right thing for you, just send me a message or comment below and I will get you the information that you need to make that decision. My next group starts Monday, but it's never too late to join because I add people through the month. And if they want to keep going over and over and over, I'll add them to the next group and the next group and the next group. It's kind of a never-ending thing, even though there's technically a start date every month. Oh, last but not least, I have a prize. I know that I did like a post the other day that was about a point system and really nobody participated except for 2 ladies. So I will be sending a special prize to Lanny Meek and Tara Van Buren. Okay, so you guys send me a message with your address and I will ship your prize out this weekend. Okay, thank you guys so much again for joining me. Post any comments, questions below. If you've already signed up for your free membership or you intend to do so before Monday, then keep an eye on the group. I try to post every day, but I'm really bad at it. But that's my goal. I'm going to do better, I promise. Again, I'm always growing and improving myself. So I want to make it a point to post something motivational or a recipe or a tip or whatever every single day in this group for you guys from now until the next, mini challenge next month. And I'll post in here, like, stay tuned. We'll figure out what that next challenge group is going to be, okay? I hope you guys are having a fantastic week and have fun plans for the weekend. Bye.